Okay, so this is a new topic, and it's been like a week, isn't it? It's a week after the Holy Week, or was it? 2 weeks then. Anyway, so this today we'll be dealing with the signs that a person is already growing emotionally and spiritually, and I think that's a very good topic, especially for the young people out there, because in this life you really don't have a lot of chances. If you will look at it, you start very young, okay, so you're an infant, then eventually you're already in your school, then you make mistakes here and there, then you're already in your teen years, and storm and drone, sabi nga ng mga psychologists, and then afterwards you're already in your 20s, and when you hit 30s, parang ang bilis na masyado, you go to your work, clock in and clock out, and then during weekends you just lie there, maybe go out with your friends, and then ganun ang ganun, and then look at the mirror, you're already 40s, you're already in your 40s, and then after some time, magre-retire ka na, right? So but when is it exactly a point when exactly is the point where you can tell yourself that you have already grown emotionally and spiritually, which is a good thing to watch out for, because come to think of it, as I said, this is a very short life that we are living in, and if we have not really grown emotionally and spiritually in this life, then we become unhappy, and sometimes we become anxious about the things that are happening in our lives, and we become uneasy, we become sometimes depressed, right? Just like the many of our friends out there, momentarily sometimes, and sometimes for many years, I used to think, as I said, that yung word depressed, it seems like it's just arte of this generation, until I came across, one such person who's our dear friend of mine, who, was really depressed, and noon na realize na, it's not that simple, and it's not, it's something that's real, And then looking back during the times when I was young, maybe it's just that we don't really accept it before, Maybe we were depressed, That's like for me, maybe that happened around 1988, 89, 90, And I was like in my 18 papuntang 20 years old, Yung mga kantang sinusulat ko niyan, yung mga tipong dying and suicidal, those things, siguro lang may outlet ka naman, at saka kahit paano, you go to a church, you have activities there, although pero deep inside, you're still feeling kinda depressed, right? So yun siguro yung nakikita ko dito na, but syempre now that we are already old, looking back through the years, I could say that there are, for me, 7 telltale signs that we are already growing up and growing emotionally and spiritually. And I must tell you guys, lalo na sa mga young people out there, that it doesn't happen immediately. Sometimes it happens after many years of struggles and all that, and it's only after many years of struggle and people really loving you despite of you, after all that, that's a time that you can really get out of that slump that you've been in for like decades already, and then you can tell yourself that, hey, you know what, I'm growing emotionally and spiritually, right? So, hindi naman dapat talaga ganun na mangyayari, but, you can't blame anybody. for that. Maybe you do, but when you start blaming, hindi ka na naman naging mature emotionally and spiritually. So ito yung telltale signs that you are already, growing up, in this aspect of your life. First is the increased self-awareness. You are more aware of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. You're able to identify patterns and triggers that have been previously unconscious for you, right? Ito yung mga tipo na sabi nga sa may mga motivational, mga awareness seminar, usually, sa mga Buddhist practices, you should be aware of your own thoughts, na, hey, there it is, I'm sad again, this is sadness. And you even sometimes put a name to it, sadness. And then, I'm already going to despair. Ito yun, yung tipong, teka, saya ako naman kahapon but ngayon medyo, nalulungkot na naman ako. So you are aware of your own thoughts and what leads to those thoughts and emotions, and you feel, you will feel powerless, that you can't do anything, tapos you just lie in bed, so when you are aware of yourself that all of these things are happening again, then you push yourself and then you get out of bed and then do something about it, right? So syempre you still do feel those sad things, your thoughts, right? You can't you can't do without them, but at least you're able to manage them, yun yung magandang bagay dun. Okay, so number 2 would be greater empathy. So you are able to understand and relate to the experience of others. When you see them, it's not like the publican kind of thing, na or Pharisee ba yun? Pharisee kind of thing, na just say, oh, look at that, he's sad, that's the plight of sinners, I was like that before. No, hindi ganun. Kaya nga empathy, you understand and relate to them, because once you were also lost, and it was just the kindness of others, the love of God. That's why you are able to pull through, and you cannot go around, not showing compassion to others, because you should have kindness to them, because once in your life, you've also had that feeling. Ngayon ko ang feeling mo rito is that, hindi nangyari sa akin yan. Baka hindi ka pa nag-grow emotionally. Diba? I think you should be able to show compassion and really feel compassion and kindness towards another. Number 3 would be increased gratitude. Again, this is not like the first cycle kind of thing that you are thinking, oh, thank God, I'm not like that, publican there, hindi ganun, but you're more appreciative about everything that happens to your life. May mga positive and negative dyan, but you're appreciative that these people made an impact in your life. Sometimes bad, sometimes good, but in the end, everything works out for the best. You see the positive aspects of each situation that happens to your life. Number 4 is you have more meaningful relationships. Ma-realize mo yan na it's not anymore the number of friends that you have in Facebook, Hindi na yung madami, but, just a few, but it becomes, it's becoming more deeper, more fulfilling. The relationship you have with people is that you can really go talk to them in a deep kind of sense, you connect with them in an emotional and a spiritual level. Diba? Hindi yung, mahangang tayo rito, marami tayong friends dito, ganyan. Okay naman yun, can you have deeper and more fulfilling relationships and connect with them on a spiritual level, even if there are hundreds or thousands of them. If you can, then, nothing prevents you from doing that. But there will be more and more meaningful relationships as you grow older and as you grow more spiritual. Okay, number 5, there's an increased sense of purpose. Suddenly, you understand why you are here in this universe, in this world. There's a greater understanding of your values, your beliefs and goals, and then you feel motivated, inspired to fulfill whatever you saw as purpose in your life. And usually that purpose is not really just to accumulate riches, and wealth, and not take care of everyone else. It's more of what you can do for the world, immediate universe that you are living in. Okay, so ito pala yung aking purpose sa buhay, to be an example to some people within my midst, to be their guiding light, to be the pillar, so those things. Number 6 would be a greater resilience. You're able to cope more with adversity and challenges, diba? Unlike before, once na mapagsalitaan ka ng masama, you feel bad already. You don't go out of your room or your house for thousands of hours. You just lie there, or sometimes play mobile games, internet games, and that's it, right? So great resilience also means that you are able to cope with adversity and challenges, and even anxiety, yung mga bagay na wala naman pa. You're feeling that they're real, that people are out to get you, that people are criticizing you and all that. So you're better equipped to bounce back also from setbacks, whether real or imagined, to overcome obstacles. And then finally, there's an increased sense of inner peace. Yan, ang sinasabi yan, sabi nga sa Kung Fu Panda, diba? Inner peace. It means that you may find that you experience a greater sense of inner calm and peace, because maybe you know that whatever you do anyway, it's not going to mean a lot. Even if you struggle against the rushing tide of water, it's still gonna be hitting on you, right? So there should be inner calm and peace. You are able to maintain your equilibrium. And in the face of stress and chaos, you are able to find your sense of purpose and sense of meaning. Okay, so with all those telltale signs that you are already making it, that you are already on your way to spiritual growth, then you are able to face the challenges that are sometimes mounting against you. You don't face them all at once. You face them one day at a time, or one problem at a time. Sabi nga nung aking friend, si Efren sa office, sabi niya, let's not worry about all those problems all at once. Let's tackle them one at a time, one problem at a time. And so tama yun. In this world, we really have to tackle one problem at a time, and hindi mo nauubos yan, hindi mo nauubos. So every time that you feel tired, wag mo masyadong damdamin. You can sleep it off, even for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then you get back again and you're okay again. Maybe you're not that okay, but you're ready to fight, another round, and who knows, at the end of the 3-minute round, you're still standing up. If you're not, then you concede the game and then you go fight another day, right? So ganun lang ang spiritual growth, I would say, And so here is me with the thoughts that sana lahat kayo is doing well, sa mga nag-listen sa aking podcast. Hopefully that you will make it out there. I'm rooting for you. God bless everyone.